In the heartland of America, nestled between golden fields of corn and tall maple trees, lay a small old town called Elmsville. It was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, and life moved at a gentle pace. In this town lived a man named Thomas Reed, a skilled blacksmith, known not just for his ironwork, but for his stubbornness. Thomas had a neighbor, Samuel Carter, a quiet, thoughtful farmer. They'd once been good friends, sharing tools, helping each other during harvests, and even celebrating holidays together. But about 10 years ago, a small disagreement about a property line turned into a bitter feud. Neither man could remember how it truly started, but pride kept them apart. They hadn't spoken in a decade. Between their two farms ran a narrow stream called Maple Creek. It used to be a place where they'd fish together, laugh, and share stories. After the feud began, each man put up fences, turned their backs to the creek, and let it divide them. Years passed. Thomas grew older, his beard grayed, and the fires in his forge dimmed a little. One summer morning, he was hammering away in his shop when a young man approached. He was slim, with strong hands and kind eyes. "Good day, sir," the man said. "I'm a traveling carpenter, looking for work in exchange for food and shelter. Anything I can help you with?" Thomas thought for a moment, then looked toward Maple Creek. "I do have a job. Over that creek, build me a tall fence, something that blocks the sight of my neighbor. I'm tired of seeing his face." The carpenter nodded. "I can do that. I'll need nails, wood, and a few days." Thomas provided the materials and left the carpenter to work, retreating to his forge. He didn't check on the carpenter, figuring the man would finish soon and leave quietly. On the third day, Thomas stepped outside to inspect the work and froze. There was no fence. Instead, the carpenter had built a beautiful wooden bridge stretching from Thomas's side of the creek to Samuel's. It was crafted with care, arched and strong, with carved railings and polished planks. It looked almost too beautiful for a quiet place like Elmsville. Before Thomas could react, he saw Samuel walking across the bridge. The farmer stopped in the middle. I never thought I'd see the day," Samuel said, his voice breaking. "Thomas, I'm sorry. For everything. I've missed our friendship more than I can say." Thomas felt a lump rise in his throat. He stared at the bridge, the carpenter's unexpected gift, and then looked at Samuel. His old anger melted like snow in spring. "I've missed it too," he said softly. The two men shook hands, and in that moment, 10 years of bitterness disappeared. They laughed for the first time in a decade, standing on the bridge over Maple Creek. Later that afternoon, Thomas went to find the carpenter and thank him, but the man was gone. All he left was a note nailed to the side of the bridge. "I build bridges, not walls. The rest is up to you." Moral of the story: pride can build walls, but forgiveness builds bridges. When we let go of bitterness, we rediscover the power of connection and community.